nearby river ridden with bullet holes. There are reports that bodies of students have been burned in Tiananmen Square with flamethrowers. There are reports that students were being dragged out of ambulances and shot. It's a very, very volatile situation.
Kevin, how did you get out? Was there any problem in your leaving the country?
It was touch and go for a while there. We actually got out with the assistance of a taxi cab driver who we had befriended during the week. We had used him to get around the city, and he had taken us out to the Great Wall, actually, earlier on Saturday. And he actually defied his orders from his superiors not to go out on the streets. There wasn't a heck of a lot of taxis out on the streets by Monday. But he had liked us, and he thought that perhaps we might need some assistance and a ride. As it turned out, he saved us because he gave us the ride to the airport.
I understand that students gave you some declarations, some information that they wanted you to pass forward. Could you discuss that with us and tell us what it contained and how you were able to get it out?
Well, the students gave us, before we left the square at about 11:45 Saturday evening, which was only about, well, less than an hour before the Army tanks came, they gave us a declaration in Chinese. I don't believe we have it translated yet. We also had in our possession, we also had given to us by one of the commanders of the square, of the movement. He had given us already translated into English, a declaration of the hunger strikers. There was a second hunger strike a couple of days before the Army crackdown, where there was four hunger strikers, 3 intellectuals and a popular pop artist, a singer from Taiwan. And we had their declaration. That is in English. It's a very powerful, eloquent, moving statement.
Ralph, I'm rather amazed at hearing Kevin suggest that you could get this material out. I would think that a government that's trying to scramble a Voice of America, trying to oppress its people at this time, would not allow journalists to move in and out of the country, taking a variety of things with them. I mean, wasn't your luggage checked?
Well, we thought that it was. Fortunately, we weren't there as journalists. We were there working with the government, developing documentary and children's programming. So they really hadn't tagged us as journalists. It wasn't until the fighting started that we really began reporting what was going on, just because it was so amazing to us. And we did think that our baggage would be checked. We spread our film out in different containers, different parts of the luggage. We really tried to hide things. We managed to air express some videotapes and films out of the country a couple of days before the Army hit. So those have now arrived safely in the United States as well.
I'm not interested in suggesting that you can be an expert on China affairs, but from what you saw, is your sense, Ralph, that this is going to continue to become more volatile and more violent?
I think it is. As the split in the armies extends, I think, and the government tries to crack down on other cities, they're going to be hard-pressed to have troops from remote regions attacking the central urban areas. So they're going to be using more localer troops. So consequently, there's going to be, I think, an increasing split in the military between those that want to go in and take control and those that are in support of the people, since they are the people's army.
Ralph and Kevin, I want to thank you very much for being with us today and giving us your report from the field.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you. I'm glad to be able to do it.
每一代人都要肩負佢所面對嘅歷史使命、歷史考驗同埋挑戰。香港同北京雖然相距千里之遙啊，但係從最近事態嘅發展可以睇得到咧，香港同北京咧可以講係心靈上、行動上都係緊走埋一齊嘅。而香港啊喺參與呢個政治事務方面，亦都係越嚟越明顯。喺呢個咁嘅時代發展裏邊，立法局應該要扮演一個乜嘢角色呢？今日立法局並冇開會，呢個係原定嘅休會日子，並非話立法局亦都參加咗今日嘅罷工行動。事實上，自從北京發生學生運動以嚟， 兩局議員整體上採取行動嘅情況表現得相當拘謹。學運開始嘅時候，就只有少數嘅議員以個別嘅身份表達意見，或者係參加活動。到咗北京當局宣布戒嚴之後，兩局議員曾經響內務會議之中討論應唔應該用全體名義表示態度，卒之就話唔用全體名義做任何嘢。各位議員依然係用個人嘅名義做功夫，好多議員都分別發表聲明，表達佢哋對北京局勢嘅關注。其後立法局卒之正式有所表示，雖然唔係直接對北京嘅事件直接表態，但係首席議員李鵬飛就發表聲明，話欣賞市民響遊行之中所表現嘅良好秩序。不過啲議員並非冇察覺到市民響連串活動之中所表現出嚟嘅民主渴望。響本來似乎好難得到共識嘅基本法討論之上，兩局議員戲劇化咁迅速得到共識。大多數嘅議員都話民主步伐應該加快，但係多數嘅議員所表達嘅情緒同破紀錄上街遊行嘅市民所表達嘅情緒，似乎仍然係有相當嘅距離。呢一種保持距離嘅態度，卒之響北京發生血腥鎮壓之後被打破。兩位首席議員響星期一齊出嚟發表兩局全體聲明，話對中國發生嘅事件感到憤怒同埋震驚，又表示響兩局會議之中進行默哀1分鐘，對曾經英勇堅守信念嘅人士致敬。喺呢一份聲明裏邊呢，佢哋係將個注意力集中喺2點嘅。第一就係要香港市民呢係特別要維護香港嘅繁榮安定呢個局面。第二就係要求香港政府促請英國政府駐華大使館係要協助而家滯留喺北京嘅香港市民能夠平安返抵香港。而響呢一日，不同背景嘅議員亦都繼續表現佢哋嘅團結。來自打工階層嘅議員同埋全港市民支援愛國民主運動聯合會嘅成員，同來自工商界老闆階級嘅議員達成咗諒解。佢哋默許進行今日嘅罷工、罷市、罷課同埋其他悼念嘅安排。雖然唔係一項正式嘅聯合行動，但係雙方所表現嘅協商同埋諒解精神，確係相當可貴。呢項精神係響一齊呼籲大家唔好去擠提嘅時候就已經表現咗出嚟。可惜嘅就係喺香港人嘅悼念活動之中，終於係因為今朝所發生嘅暴動而蒙上污點。呢件事雖然係令至到大部分嘅團體取消咗今日原定舉行嘅遊行活動，但係其他嘅罷工、罷課同埋罷市行動就依然係得到唔少人嘅響應。啲議員對呢件事有咁嘅睇法。
其實呢，就係因為有好多市民自己已經同我哋提出話，我哋應該有作出咩表示。咁呢個罷工、罷市、罷課呢，全部都係市民嘅意見嚟嘅。咁我哋呢傾嘅時候又好小心考慮過，事實上係咪一件好事呢？咁我哋就覺得有一點係好值得我哋接受嘅呢，就係如果我哋唔搞一個咁嘅有紀律性嘅行動，而且係有限制嘅行動呢，同埋一定係出於自願嘅，唔能夠勉強嘅。我哋亦唔希望呢啲老闆譬如話叫啲伙計一定要罷工，我哋唔想咁樣嘅，一定要自願嘅。咁如果我哋唔搞一啲有即係紀律性嘅咁嘅活動呢，就我驚啲市民呢自己因為激憤一陣呢，自己上街，反而可能因為搞出事。咁所以我係俾個機會佢哋即係發泄個心頭嘅悲憤，但係呢要好平安地、好守紀律地呢係表達出嚟。
即係對於星期3嘅3罷行動呢，我係贊成嘅，因為我希望藉此呢可唔可以扭轉國內入邊嘅局勢。但如果呢次罷工之後對國內一啲影響都冇。